Warning: the following recording contains references to self-harm and sexual abuse. If these things trigger you or make you feel unsafe, please don't listen any further. On today's episode of My Immortal, how will Draco react when Ebony tells him that the plan to defeat Voldemort involves her going back in time and cucking him by sleeping with a young Lord Voldemort? Will Ebony and Draco manage to keep their hands off of each other long enough to actually complete the mission? And will Caitlin Bennett finally admit that she's actually a toddler in the body of a 20-something-year-old woman? 2 out of 3 of these questions will be answered on today's episode of My Immortal. Chapter 28. Author's Note. I seed. Stop gaflaming the story. It was a miscut when Prof Sorellery seed that. Okay, 1111111. Go to fucking hell. 1111. Suck. Thanks to Philly for the help. 1. Raven, have fun with Kiwi. 111111. We went into a black room. The walls were black with portraits of gothic bands like MCR, GC, and Marilyn Manson all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black box. There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff on it, fishnet suckings, and a black leather thong underneath. I sat down one of the chairs dispersedly. So did Draco and Vampire. Are you okay? Vampire asked, potting his alabastered hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses in it. Yeah, I guess, I said sadly. Draco also put his hand on mine sexily. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is, I have to seduce Volximort. I'll have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him. It's okay, Ebony, he said finally. But what about me? Or not gonna break up with me or anything, are you? Of course not, I gasped. Really? He asked. Sure, I said. We flinched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then I took off Draco's MCR shrift and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. He had replaced the vampire... That's a terrible Stallone impression. He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said Inobi on it. Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had said it was okay before. I took off my clothes. Then we were in for the ride of our life. We started flinching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his spock in my you-know-what, and passively we did it. I love you, Ebony. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you, he screamed. As we got an orgasm, we watched Vampire filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly, what the fuck are you doing? It was Snope and Professor McGoggle 111. Okay, 3 notes for Chapter 28. 1, you said cross again. 2, hung like a Stallone. Yikes. 3. Leave Spock out of this, you monstrous destroyer of canon. That's the first chapter. Time for the next one, I guess. Chapter 29. Author's note. Sat das fuck up 11. Or just jealous cause or pribs. So fuck. Ooh. 1111. Raven rock girl. Thanks for the help. MCR Rock 6661111111111. Oh my Satan! We screamed as we jumped out of the coffin. Snap and Professor McGonagall started to shoot at us angrily. Come now! 1. Preacher McGonagall yielded. We did guiltily. Ew. We left the room putting on our clothes. Snoop garbed the caramel and put it in his pocket. Hey, what the fuck? Vampire shooted angrily. Yeah, Buster, what the fuck are you going to do with the fucking camera? Draco demanded, all protective, looking at me longly with his gothic red eyes. Look, Dumbledore knows your little secret, and if oo do this again, then oo will go to St. Mango's. So give back the camera, 1111. Ha 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 ha. The mystery of magic thinks he's crazy. There's no way they will believe him. Snoop laughed meanly. Yes, so shut your mapooth, you insolent fools, yelled Professor McGoggle. She made us come into a weird room with white stones all around it. There were all these weird tools in it. Draco started to cry, all sexy and sexative. Get it? 'Cause he's a sex bomb, lol. Tom fell not rules for life, but not as much as Gerard or sex on legs. I love you, fucking rock. Marry me, 111. This attraction she has to Gerard Way isn't healthy. Like, I know I have a crush on Emma Watson, which is kind of pathetic, but at least I don't write this shit. Jesus Christ. I started to cry tears of blood. It happens in Vampire Chronicles. Raven sets a castle. Fuck ooh. 1. Vampire took out a black handkerchief and started to wipe my red eyes. And then he and Snoop both took out guns using magic. They started to shoot each other angrily. None of the ballots got on each other yet. I took out my wand. Crucio! I shouted. Snap started to scram. He dropped the gun. Ah! But it was too late. Both of them had run out of ballets. I stopped the curse. Professor McGoogle did a spell so that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said, Okay, Severus, I'm going to go now. She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. Vampire started to cry. It's okay, Inobi, said Draco. Evergreen will be all right. Remember the Sidio who took of Snake. Snape laughed again, and then he took out some whips. 11,111. 8 notes for Chapter 29. 1. Why is Professor McGonagall telling you to come? That's weird. 2. Draco would never call someone Buster. 3. Why is Snape still at the school? You've said multiple times that he's a pedophile. 4. Why is Professor McGonagall helping Snape go against Dumbledore? In the books and movies, she's insanely loyal to him. 5. Why would they take out guns with magic? Why not just cast spells on each other? 6. It's Crucio, not Crossio. 7. Why are Snape and Harry shooting at each other? Snape would just yell at and punish students, not try to kill them. 8. His name is Severus Snape, not Cerberus Snoop. Chapter 30. Author's note. Stop flaming the story, okay? Ooh, do not know what's even gonna happen, okay? 1111. So fool, ooh, 111. If ooh flam, ooh will be a prep, so all flammers can kiss moo ass, 111. Saws for saying Alzheimer's, again, Alzheimer's spelled correctly, well done, is dangerous, but that's the mystery's opinion, 'cause society basically sucks. That's the OG We Live in a Society post. Fangs to Raven, Urok Bish, 111. No! 11. We screamed sadly. Snap started loafing meanly. He took out a camera anvily. Then he came towards Darko. 1. He took some stones out of his pocket. He put the stones around Draco and lit a candle. What the fuck are you doing? I shooted angrily. Snoop laughed meanly. He pulled down his pants. I gasped. There was a dork mark on his you-know-what. 11. He waved his wand and a knife came. He gave the knife to me. You must stab vampire, he said to me. If you don't, then I'll rap Draco. 1. No, you fucking bastard. 1. I yielded. But then Draco looked at me sadly, with his evil gothic red eyes that looked so depressant and sexy. He looked exactly like a pentagram. Lol, get it 'cause I'm a Satanist? Between Kurt Cobain and Gerard. But then I looked at Vampire, and he looked so smexy too, with his gothic black hair. I thought of the time when we screwed, and the time I did it with Draco and Dumbledore came, and the tame where Draco almost committed suicide. No, he did commit suicide. And Vampire was so sportive. Snape laughed angrily. He started to pray to Volximort. He started to do an incapacitation dance, dancing around the Stokes, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly an idea I had. I closed my eyes, and using my vampire powers, I sent a telepathic massage to Draco and Vampire, so they would distract Snape. Dumbledore will get oo, Draco shooted. Yeah, just wait up till the mystery finds out. 111. Vampire yielded. Meanwhile, I took out my wand. You ridiculous dunderhead. 111. Snoop yielded. He took off all of Draco's clothes, just as he was about to rape him. Crassio, I shitted, pointing my wound. Snoop screamed and started running around the room screaming. Arrgh. I'd like to point out that his pants have been down this whole time, so he's probably running around with his pants around his ankles. Meanwhile, I grabbed my black mobile and sent a text to Sirius. I stopped doing Crucio. "You dunderhead 111, I'm going to kill," shouted Snape, but suddenly Cerberus came. Snake put the whip behind his back. "Oh, hello, Sev. I was just teaching them something." He lied, but suddenly Lucian and Professor Trevory came into the room, and they and Sirius unlocked the chains and put them around Snap. Then Professor Trevory said, "Come on, Ebony, let's go." 8 notes for Chapter 30. 1. A dark mark is the symbol of Lord Voldemort tattooed on Death Eater's arms. It's a skull with a snake slithering out of its mouth. 2. Why are you calling it a dork mark, and why is it located on his dick? 3. Snape is not a rapist. What the fuck? 4. How could someone look like a pentagram? 5. Death Eaters don't pray to Voldemort. He's an evil wizard, not some all-knowing prophet. You didn't see SS men praying to Hitler. 6. Why the hell hasn't Snape disarmed Ebony? She's chained up and at his mercy. Why did he let her keep her wand? 7. So now Tara is referring to Sirius Black as Severus? That's not confusing at all, though I like to imagine another Snape showed up and they just started talking to each other. 8. Why doesn't Snape just kill Harry himself? Well, that's going to be it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to let Gravelly Voice take it from here on out. Stay safe out there, everybody. On the next episode of My Immortal, Snap and Lumpkin are finally sent away for being pedophiles, and Ebony goes back in time to seduce Lord Voldemort. This and much more on the next episode of My Immortal.